Hi everybody, my name is Mike. I'm Colin's tour partner, and today we have a video gear list for you, and along with in the email you'll also receive probably a Word document with a gear list that you can print out for yourself and kind of go down and follow me if you like. I have pretty much everything spread out around me here. This is take number 2 because take number 1 the microphone wasn't on, so yeah, I looked good, but you couldn't hear what I was saying, so that's kind of defeating. Anyway, let's get this rolling, because last tech took 24 minutes. We'll try and cut this one down a little bit for you. First thing you're going to have is a passport, of course. Now, not only do you have to have a passport, but your passport has to be non-expired, and you should check it for your expiry date, because even if it's not expired, if it doesn't have at least 6 months worth of time left before it expires, they will not let you out of the country, into the country, or back here. So definitely check that to make sure that your passport is valid and the expiration date isn't at least until 6 months past the day you leave, which is mid-August. Plus you need to have blank pages in it as well, which I found out in Nepal in 2015 when I tried to get in and I had no blank pages, and they were very nice to me and found a little corner that they stamped and let me in. Now you're gonna need to bring some, of course, not only a passport but some cash. I like to travel with lots of different currency. I like to bring some cash, U.S. currency. I never buy foreign currency before I get there. You're kind of wasting your money. Credit cards, I always like to have a couple on me in case one doesn't work. And I like to have an ATM card. It's great to go to a foreign country with an ATM card because instead of having to go to a currency exchange, you can use your ATM card and get their currency. Not only that, you get the best rate of the day. And of course, it's their currency, so you don't have to exchange it. Now you do have to pay the $3 to $5 fee, just like using an ATM anywhere else. But anyway, so I always keep all of those things in a nice little pouch like this. Iceland's a very safe country, so you don't have to worry about too much thievery. But if you're in a third world country, this can go around your neck and under your shirt and keep it nice and safe. So I keep all my money and valuables in there. We're going to start off with the bags that I'm bringing, and that we recommend something similar for you. Of course, everything here today is a recommendation. You guys are experienced travelers and adventurers. You have your ideas of what you like to bring, what works well for you. So this is all basically recommended, and but few things are quite specific to Iceland because it has a very temperate weather conditions, with being in the North Atlantic, being at 63 to 66 degrees latitude north. It can be quite stormy, so you are going to want to definitely bring a few of the things that I'm going to talk to you about today. The first, my check-in bag, is this nice roller bag from Osprey. The beauty of this is it's got wheels. I love wheels. It's got a handle. It's easy to move through airports, from vans to hotels, whatnot. If you have to pick it up, it's not too bad. It's about 60 to 70 liter. It handles everything I need, and when it's packed, it'll weigh about 35 to about 40 pounds, which is important because each check-in bag that you have has a limitation on weight, and if you go over that, they charge you a lot. Now, another important bag that I always like to bring with me is a day bag, which is just a bag with a smaller backpack, if you will, that you can carry just about anywhere you go. And you can carry your camera equipment, you can put some water in it, you can put a rain jacket in it, snacks, whatever you like, your sunglasses, whatever you think you need for that day. This one in particular happens to be waterproof, and I love this bag, and it also has straps, of course, like a backpack. It's not great for long hikes, but it's great for short hikes. This is my carry-on bag. It's not too big. Anything over 20 or 25 liter, you won't be able to put in the overheads or under the seat, where sometimes you need to because the overheads are small and they're taken. So I like to bring a bag about this size for multiple reasons. Now, there are certain things you don't want to check in, so put all of your valuables, camera equipment, your money, anything of value, your cell phone, always put that in your carry-on luggage. And your extra batteries. If batteries go into your check-in, they will pull them out because they are a heat problem at different pressures in an airplane. Clothing, you guys all know what you like to bring. You don't really have to worry about shorts in Iceland. It doesn't get much above the mid to lower 50s. On a sunny day it might get up to 60. You'd be surprised. It actually seems a lot warmer than the air temperature is. If you wanted to, I always like to bring a pair of travel pants which have the convertible zip-off legs. That way if I need to, all of a sudden it gets warm, boom, you can take them off. Gets cold again, you zip them back up. Don't forget your bathing suit. We're going to be doing a lot of thermal pools and hot tubs. Several of them are on our list, so don't forget your swimming suit. Shirts, I always bring a couple of nice, comfortable short sleeve. We're going to use mostly long sleeve on this trip, but if you wanted to bring some for layering, that's always great. This trip, I would recommend, with the shirts, is a nice pullover or sweatshirt or sweater, whatever you prefer, to bring to put over that as a nice layering. We're going to layer a lot on this trip. And then, of course, I'm going to have a nice little vest to go on that to keep my core warm. And then the most valuable piece of clothing you're going to have for this trip is your raincoat. Now, this one is a little bit large for me, but I can layer underneath it and it fits over everything great. Because no matter what you're wearing, your raincoat still needs to go over that. So don't forget your raincoat. I don't have rain pants much on this list. You can bring rain pants if you like. I didn't use them in 2014. I probably won't bring some on this trip, but if you would like to, that's up to you. Another little thing I'm going to bring that I love is a small umbrella for many reasons. One, keeps you dry. But for two, if you're out and we're touring and we're looking at this gorgeous waterfall and it's raining and you don't have a waterproof camera, which most people don't, you can use your umbrella and at the same time be quite dry with the umbrella out taking pictures so you won't miss anything. So I recommend definitely bringing just a small little travel umbrella. I always bring a ball cap with me. It goes great with the raincoat hood. It comes up over. It's not too cold, but you never know, and everyone has different temperatures. I always bring a little ski hat and a pair of nice little gloves. In 2014, I was there in late August, and early September I was there 15 days, and I never used them, but I always like to have them with me. If you're a little older and trekking, sometimes we're not going to be going too many miles, but we'll do a mile here, a mile there. We're going to be walking every day, get some exercise. If you like trekking poles, please feel free to bring your trekking poles, no problem. If you got the kind that fold up really small, they go into your luggage really easily. I use them when I'm trekking everywhere now, but for short hikes I usually don't, especially if I have a camera in my hand. That's up to you. Shoes. I've got some nice little hikers here. They're low riders. The important things about these is that they do have Gore-Tex booty built within, so they are mostly waterproof. Of course, Gore-Tex will saturate at any certain point, but that's usually down the line. These are great shoes that I can wear on the plane, I can wear anywhere, and I can hike with them. Now we are, like I said before, we're going to some thermal pools, so I always like to bring a little pair of flip-flops to get me from the showering area to the pools, in and out of the pools, because I have tender feet. I live in Montana. I wear shoes and socks all the time. I haven't seen my feet in 30 years. So they're soft. I always like to bring some extra stuff sacks to compartmentalize, and I screwed that word up in the first take as well. And it helps me pack, helps me keep organized, and then after a while I can use one of these bags as a dirty clothes bag. One of the things that I always recommend is a dry bag, a dry sack, a dry bag. These are anywhere from 10 to 20 liter. You can put your camera in there, you zip it up. It's great for if you don't have a waterproof day pack, you can just throw one of these in your bag, and then if it ever starts to rain, you can put your cell phone in it, your cameras, whatever electronics you want to keep dry. Plus these are great on whale watches, because you never know what the weather can be like for those. Camera equipment, I always recommend bringing extra batteries. And of course, don't forget your battery chargers. Now, most memory cards in the digital cameras today are large and you can take thousands of shots, so you can judge on how many pictures you think you're going to take and if you need extra memory cards. Now we are going to be doing a lot of scenery photos, so I recommend a wide-angle lens for sure. And then, of course, we're going to be doing some wildlife. We have whales, some dolphins, and birds, the puffins. So a telephoto lens is great for that. Of course, we're going to have some COVID-19 going on. We're not sure exactly how, what everything is going to happen with that. It's still 2 months away, and every day it changes. But right now, Iceland is letting people in. But of course, for your own safety, if you have a mask, bring your mask. You may be required to wear them at certain times in Iceland. Of course, some hand sanitizer. I always like to bring a few extra Ziploc bags, gallon or quart. Just you never know when you need to keep something dry. I always bring a pad of paper and a pen just to write some notes. I always have my my cell phone with me. Of course, our vans that we're renting do have Wi-Fi. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but they will have Wi-Fi, and you can keep in contact with all your friends and your family back in the States. Keep an eye on what's going on in the world, and of course, if you're bringing your cell phone, you can take pictures with it. If you're going to do that, don't forget to bring your cell phone charger. It may rain a lot, it may not, so bring some sunglasses, because you never know. I always like to bring a headlamp. You never know when the power's going to go out. You're going to need a headlamp in the middle of the night. Plus, at the end of this trip, if it starts getting dark early enough, we may have the chance of seeing the northern lights. And if we go outside at night, you're going to need a headlamp to see where you're going, plus to set all your camera settings to take pictures of the northern lights. I have some reading material. I have a Kindle to pass the time while you're in an airplane or in an airport waiting for an airplane. I can't see very far in front of me. If it's within 2 feet, I can't read it, so I always bring my reading glasses. You might want to bring a couple pairs of those if they're dire. One important thing I always bring for myself is earplugs. Whether you're on the plane, you're waiting in your hotel room with your friend who snores a lot, they're very valuable. I'll have extras in case you need some. Lip balm, I got some wipes, some tissue. I've got my music that I like to bring along to entertain myself. I've got some headphones while I'm flying or waiting to get on a plane. Iceland uses the Earplug. Basically, it's 2 round prongs, and you're going to need this for your rooms to plug in, to charge your batteries, your cell phone, This is called the Type-C adapter, and you can find them on Amazon. You can buy zillions of them. They're very cheap. Definitely bring 1 or 2 of those. I always like to bring a little camp towel that I usually keep in a dry bag with my cameras and in my day pack, because if it rains, your camera gets wet, you can always wipe it off, or you can use it actually for a cover for your camera in case you didn't bring your umbrella or it's just raining a little bit. I always like to bring a buff to keep you from the sun, or if you want to pull it up over your face. With today's masks and COVID, I always bring a bandana. I always bring a little buff to clean my camera lenses as well. I've got some shampoo, of course, and you bring your bathing items and your underwear and your socks. I like this trip. You won't need any super light socks because it's not going to be that warm. Costco has some great merino wool socks. These are the thicker ones. Here's some little thinner ones that are great for hiking, and they're comfortable, and they don't make your feet sweat too much. We already went over the swimsuit, all of that. Please bring a water bottle. We're going to be buying some large jugs of water, and we can refill these whenever you need to along the trip. Well, this is just going to help with the fewer plastic bottles in disposals and garbages. Better for the environment. If you like to drink coffee and you like to travel, we're going to have breakfast every morning, and there'll be coffee, of course. But if you wanted to bring some in the vans while we're traveling, please do so. Bring your own cup. No worries. I have a friend who brought his cup to Nepal, and we trekked 16 days, and he made coffee 4 times a day, and he hooked it on his breast strap, and he hiked with his coffee cup. So feel free to bring a coffee cup if that's your thing. Sunscreen, you never know where it hide. We're up there pretty far north. The atmosphere is a little thinner. Sun's pretty intense. If it does come out, you might want to bring, so if you have sensitive skin, bring your sunscreen. We're going to have very few bugs. I don't like mosquitoes, so I always bring a little bit of my bug repellent with me. Notice those are on Ziploc bags, any of that kind of stuff. When you're traveling, I recommend put it in a Ziploc bag, zip it up tight, because if it leaks, it can destroy everything in your bag. I did mention we're going to have breakfast at every place we go. Dinners are going to be sit down when we get to our destinations for that day, but lunches are going to be on the road. They're going to be a combination of stopping here and there for some snacks. But if you would, bring your own snacks. Bring whatever you love. I'm going to bring a ton of stuff too. We'll bring some extras. But bring, power bars, trail mix, whatever you like, because we're on the road traveling during the middle of the day. You're going to get hungry sitting in the van. Just bring some snacks, for sure. Let's see. What else we got going on? Did we cover everything? The tripod, if you want to bring a tripod, that's up to you. It will be necessary if we're going to photograph Northern Lights. If you're not that worried about photographing Northern Lights, you just want to view them, don't bother bringing a tripod. If you want to do some long exposures with very blurry water in front of beautiful waterfalls, I recommend bringing a tripod. I wouldn't bring the largest one you can find, just bring a portable one, maybe a travel one, whatever works for you. Colin and I are both a little bit of musicians, so we're going to be bringing our travel guitars, and every evening we'll probably play a few songs. I know Ken, you're going to sit in and bring whatever you're going to bring, and then we're going to have some fun. Like I said, these are all recommendations, so if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact Colin and I on any of the gear lists. And other than that, heck, it's coming up soon. I love this part of it because it gets me excited about the trips coming up. It's got to be coming soon if I'm talking about packing. So look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks. Have a great day.